Previously on Matman.
We talked about the importance of getting kids on the spectrum out into the environment and generalizing the lessons that we learn in the classroom. We learned about Tammy and Matt's trauma of trying to get haircuts when he was young, and we saw how far he's come when we went and saw my friend Valerie for a haircut with no problems at all. We talked about the importance of the behavior team when it comes to acclimating kids on the spectrum out into the environment and how parents cannot possibly do it all on their own. And we got to see Matman get out and party like it was 1999, or at least head in that direction. And that's what you missed on Matman.
Fast!
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 Slow!
Slow!
Fast!
Fast!
Slow!
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 Slow! I'm good.
One of the aspects of autism is the repetitive behavior that a lot of the kids show, and Matt's no exception. A lot of times they call it Stims when they do things like that. What he does is he'll be on the computer and he'll keep clicking like the same thing over and over and over again because he likes the way it sounds. Like it could be Steve from Blue's Clues saying blue, and he'll click it and he'll go blue, 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 like 100 times.
Come back to the table. Bring the Lego.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about behaviors, and again, behaviors don't just mean tantrums, they're everything that we do. Nodding my head, writing my name, saying hello, those are all behaviors. And typically we think of there being three functions of a behavior. One is attention or access to attention or items, and the other one is escape from a demand, so somebody asks you to do something and you try to get out of it. And then the third one is what we call automatic reinforcement. And the theory about self-stimulatory behaviors, or stimming as we tend to call it, is that it is automatically reinforced. We do it because it feels good. So we scratch an itch because it feels good. That's automatically reinforced. Do we want to decrease that behavior? Yes. Do we also want to allow that behavior? Yes.
Sometimes when he's doing some of his repetitive stims, Mark and I will actually kind of get involved with it. Like he has one where he goes, "Let's go forward, back it up," and it's from Thomas the Tank Engine. And like he'll say, "Let's go forward," and I'll say, "Back it up." And even though it's a stim, like it's kind of a way to communicate with him because he's not gonna have a conversation with me. So it is kind of a back and forth. And you know, I don't know if it's necessarily good to give into the stim, but it's a way to kind of communicate and connect with him. And sometimes it's rare to find a level that you can connect with him. So let's go forward, back it up.
Some people actually think that one of the ways to build a social rapport with a child with autism is to start engaging in some of those stims with them just to get their attention. I have tried that on occasion, and it has actually worked. and it tends to draw them out. Let's say they're engaging in a vocal stim, where they are like delayed echolalia, which is reciting movies that they've seen over and over again, and they can basically script the entire movie. So you start scripting with them, and a lot of people think it's very strange, and there's a lot of people that it's very controversial. They argue against it. But it does tend to get a child's attention. When you start scripting with them too, it's like this experience sharing that you're engaging with them. They're like, wow, they're speaking my language. They understand me. And the key is not to just keep engaging in that stim with them, but then to try to draw them out. So now you have their social attention. You have them experiencing this with you. Can you change the script a little bit and have them follow you and start leading them out?
Good. What's your name?
Whoa!
What's your name? What's your name? No, lost it. Say, I need to jump. I need a break.
I need to break.
It is a coping mechanism. It's something that is needed. So if you think about yourself, what are your self-stims? Shaking your foot, picking your nails, chewing your nails, twirling your hair. So these coping mechanisms are there to help them self-regulate themselves. Jump 10 times. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, awesome. Can you put this next to the box? Good job. Put it on top of the box. Yeah. It's important that the child is able to be in an environment and be able to socially interact. So it's a good idea to start teaching that child to have those behaviors that are not socially acceptable at home, in the correct setting, in the correct environment, and teach that child a replacement behavior that they can use out in public that is socially acceptable.
Maybe they need to do it to decompress, or to gel, or to just relax. Like, we come home from work and we want to de-stress, and maybe we do that by sitting in front of the TV or going for a walk or playing with a dog, something that just feels good to us. And a child with autism might do some of those self-stimulatory behaviors for the same thing. They've had a hard day at school, they've been around other people, all these social demands placed on them, academic demands, and maybe they want to engage in some self-stimulatory behavior. Our job then is to teach when is it appropriate to engage in those. If we're trying to teach conversation skills and they're engaging in vocal stims, that makes our job more difficult, and it's not what people would call socially appropriate. So we have to teach a time and a place of when it is okay to do that.
What's your phone number? 8, 1, 5.
This is the Matt Man about a year ago. It was definitely a lot different back then. I was kind of shocked at first because I had forgotten just how different Matt was with me and just in general back then. I feel it's appropriate to introduce stimming at this point in the series because it's such an important part of the initial journey you take when you're getting to know a kid on the spectrum. And I say that because even though stims are what separate you, they can also be a bridge that ultimately connects you to each other's worlds. In the beginning, he had so much control over his free time that everything he did was basically a stim. And by that I mean it was by himself doing repetitive behaviors, and if you tried to come near him or interact with him at all, he would become rigid and aggressive.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
And I think the key is, while building that trust, you let him know that you're going to give him the space that he needs, but that there's also going to be times where he needs to be flexible and share or interact during that time as well. I'd say I probably spent the first 3 to 4 months with Matt mainly observing him, then joining him, lining up blocks on the floor with him, drawing with him, things like that. And then slowly I would initiate more interaction, ask him to pass me things, ask him to talk about the pictures he was drawing. Over time he got more and more used to me, less resistant, and would start to respond. Also, being out in nature seems to always decrease the amount of stimming, which I've always found fascinating. And we still have a long way to go, that's for sure, but looking back at these clips from a while ago, I'm really encouraged by all the progress that we've made. Companies like Parents in Action are incredibly important because there are so many kids out there who don't have behavior assistants, they don't have people around around them to help them do the things that they need to do. So if working in this field may interest you, or to learn how you can help families get the services that they need, please visit parentsinaction.org.
Back it up. Let's go forward. Back it up.
Let's go for it.
Back it up.